Yup. All right, man. We're gonna be doing these voice chats. I can't always show the camera. I'm gonna try to show it when I can. You dig? I'm gonna talk for 5 minutes before I show. And listen, man. I'm gonna be dropping game. And if you like what I'm saying, man, you're listening to this playback. Send me a donation. Send me a super chat on things you want me to talk about. You dig? I know a lot. But I also know nothing. Like, I'm also very stupid, and I'm also trying to learn from you guys. So I'm gonna be dropping gems. Be getting to this money where I work. It's a Saturday, right? Not the happiest that I'm here, but hey, man, I worked for New Year's as well, so we're making that money, we're making that bread. And if y'all really want to see me, I'll turn on the cam. I'll do it for like a little microsecond, but I'm not. It's not gonna be a camera chat. This is gonna be strictly value through the words that I'm saying out of my mouth, right? I switched to some Apple earbuds, and it's such a nice change because I could finally sleep again with headphones on, listening to rain without having my head hurt. I could finally do all of that, so I'm excited. It's a great purchase. And listen, if y'all want, you know, to switch back to wired, order it off of Best Buy, especially in the U.S. I'm in New York, so I ordered my AirPods, not AirPods, the earbuds, the ones that plug into your ear. I ordered it off of Walmart, and they give you free Apple Music for like 4 months if you just buy the earbuds. So that's pretty good. You get Apple Music, especially if this is of course for iPhone users, right? But you get Apple Music, you get the earbuds. The earbuds are like $20, and you get 4 months of free. So that's $80 in value basically. That's like that's like 60 to 70, maybe 50 to $60 in value just for spending money on the earbuds. And if you know about Apple Music, you're excited when you get an iPhone and you get Apple Music and shit, but after that trial end, you do not want to spend money on that shit. I know everybody, and there's a lot of ways in which you could get free Apple Music. They be having a lot of promotions sometimes. I've been on the Apple Music method for a long time, bro. I hate paying for subscription services for real. I really do. But anyway, we at work, man. Let's go ahead and check our phone. I don't think anybody's in here. Let's see. Yo, yeah, I got my cam off. I'll put it on for like 2 seconds. I'll put it on eventually, but I just wanted to talk, right? I wanted to talk for a little bit. I'm gonna turn it back off, but I just wanted to talk. I'm not an imposter. I'm here. I'm just working. I just have my earbuds in. I'm trying to get away from the AirPod gang and just be more on the just the wired side of things for a while. AirPods be making my head hurt. How's your life? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, Biggie. Yo, thanks for the 100, man. Real pro, man. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing good. It's always good to hear. It's always good to hear from you. Trenton Hill, what are we doing? It's crazy. Yeah, that's a wild thing to say. I've been on live for 2 minutes, bro. I'm already getting disrespected. Maryland, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and literally enter real pro John. Don't mess with that boy. He's gonna get you. There was someone in my live last time. I think it was a girl. I need to mod her up the next time she joins up. Or if it was a guy, I don't even remember. You're a stalker? Yeah. I'm literally doing that right now. I'm just organizing shit. Raydello Minions, man. Thank you for the 100. I don't even know what that is, but I appreciate it. Y'all like up the stream. The more people that join, feel me, the more we can spread this knowledge. And I'm just dropping gems, man. I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about, a lot of things that I could talk about. You know, I'm a talker, man. I like spitting shit. I like talking about stuff. Snipes, yo, that's valid. Snipes, that's a nice gig. If you're young, working at a shoe store or working at like a clothing store or mall, fire. I never got that experience, but it's fire. Especially the benefits, you probably get discounted shit. I'm just not getting back into sneakers and shit, so I definitely like that. I tried this same live on TikTok, but I guess not a lot of people were like joining because I just had my camera off. But I was just talking about like work, man. If you're young, just work. I'm gonna tell you if I'm gonna say one thing and I'm gonna like talk about something else. I'm gonna say this one or two times. If you are young, and this shit could change your life, and if it does, I want you to come back in like a year or two, and just come back to this live and be like, yo, like you were right. That's all I ask. If you're young, if you're 18, 19, 16, 15, whatever you're watching this shit from, whatever age, I'm 26, right? And I'm just now starting to really learn how life is, start working, getting my shit together. And I'm grateful for that, right? If you are young, you are fortunate enough to have like a family that's doing well off and you have a house, a nice place, a nice sort of assortment for living, and you don't have to pay rent. I'm telling you right now, it don't matter what job you can work at this job, you can work any other job. It don't matter. It don't matter even how much you're making. If you're making something good, it's even better. But if you work for 2, 3 years, if you start at like 17 and you work a job like this until you're like 20, bro, that shit that is gonna be life changing. And you save up all your money, it's crazy. What I'm trying to say is once you start having to pay rent, that's really a chunk of your funds. It's out the window. That shit don't even exist. What's the worst hate comment I've gotten? Nothing. Just a lot of racist shit. But it's like it's YouTube, right? It's the internet, so it don't affect me. I don't get affected by this internet shit. Let's go, lemon lime. If you're young and you living with your parents and you don't have to pay rent, all of the people that were like, oh my God, you're living with your parents, you're such a like a loser, oh my God, you need an apartment. Those people are stupid. Let me turn on my cam. Those people are so stupid. A lot of people, especially in America, they are so happy with the idea that they're paying more just to like impress people that don't even like them. If you are young and you're living with your parents and you get a job and you work for like 2, 3 years, you could save up like $20,000, $30,000. Now imagine having that at age 19, at age 20, right? You use that. Your life ain't even start yet. You ain't paying bills. If you could rinse that for as long as possible, you could be up. So life is about using the sort of advantages you have. I tell people all the time, like if I had a good situation back in my hometown, I would have stayed and worked. I didn't have my own room though. So at one point I got to the point where I was working upstate in my college town, and I'm like, I don't want to go back. So I took the refund check that these people gave me. I didn't go back to school with it. And what I did was I literally, at one point, I think I paid maybe upwards of I don't even know, like maybe $500 or some shit. Maybe $1,000. I don't even know how I had that money. I don't even remember how much money it was. And I put the down payment, I put the security for a room, but I only did that with some help. You know, I had help. I slept on a couple of couches. I slept on two people's couches. Shout out to my brother Alex. Like my brother Alex really helped me. Like I have the utmost loyalty for him. Cause I would not be here if he didn't just allow me to stay. And I was able to work. That was like 3 summers ago. And before that, I stayed in a hostel. I stayed in basically a little hotel. I was paying like $80 a day just to stay there. I was like, man, what am I gonna do? I'm trying to find something. And Alex was like, yeah, I'm gonna get an apartment soon. Stay with me until you get a room. And I got a room. And it's only I was in a place of stagnancy for a couple years, but I just learned how to save last year. Went full time in my job, and now life is completely different. We're gonna get the whip this year, and it's only up from there. But I say all of that to say this. Living situations and not having to pay for it, that is the hack of life. From ages like teenager to like into your upper 20s maybe. Once you gotta start paying for rent, life becomes an entirely different story. You know, my rent is $750 a month. If I didn't have to pay for rent, like my life is completely different. $750 is a lot of money to just not have. Like that money doesn't even. That's why like working Saturdays for me it becomes diminishing returns because I'll have my rent within this first week. I'm working 6 days and I worked, New Year's, so that's holiday pay. But like that money's cool, but that just means I got rent faster. You don't really start feeling that money until after that week. Basically, whatever I make from Monday on goes right in my pocket, and I get to do that for the rest of the month, essentially. Right? So it's like, once you have to start paying for rent, life is different. Especially if you got other shit that you got to pay for. Rent is like, that shit will humble you. So you want to really get up in life fast, stay with your parents for a couple years. You might not have your own spot, you might have your own privacy, but it depends on how bad you want to save up that money. Having 20 to 30K to your name with no debt in America at a young age, at age 20, 21, 22, that's no joke. You are ahead of most. Shit, man. Hi, you finding quite a lot. Sound like you work at. Yeah, I'm working right now, man. I just turned the camera off because I'm holding it. Like I got these in. I don't want to. I'll turn it on. I'll turn it back on periodically, like I'm doing right now. But I'm just spitting. I'm just spitting some knowledge right now. But yeah, like even this, like, but like, you stay with your parents for like a couple years, maybe after high school, maybe during college or whatnot, commute, some shit like that. You get to skip the dumb shit like working a retail job. And I'm grateful for my job, man, right? It's the reason why I'm afloat right now, right? But when you work a job, it's hard to get out because first you need certain things. There's certain certifications and things. Once I get it, I'll have more leverage and I can literally do whatever I want, right? Because I don't mind working. A lot of work is really easy for me. I'm physically apt for any job. I don't know about maybe construction, but I don't think I'd really have a problem with construction. It'd be probably decently harder than what I'm doing right now. But, we work out, we're fit. So there's a lot of fields I could get into. And I plan on doing that in a very, very near future. But if you have money, you have leverage, and you have a place to stay, you get to skip, how like you're playing a video game. You know how like I was playing Pokemon growing up, right? And you'd be in like the Kanto region or whatever. You're playing like Heart Silver, whatever gold, silver and gold. And you're walking throughout the town and you go outside the town, you start to run into the wild Pokemon. And then you run into the crazy fanatic pyro trainers and shit. and you see how they like would move, they turn their face, they turn their body, and if they turn towards you, you gotta fight them. You know what we call that in video games? We call that a side quest. We call that like a non-skippable battle that you have to go through because you didn't dodge it fast enough. You didn't prepare, but sometimes you gotta go through it. You know, some side quests are just non-skippable. You might be able to skip the side quest to work in retail if you prepare for it, or if you're precognizant enough to take that L on shit like having your own room, your own place, whatever. And maybe you just save up for like a year or two while living at home, and then you be like, all right, now I'm about to do this. Because then you might break out, you might be able to just break out straight into college or straight into tech because you were also taking some sort of class. You might be able to break out straight into like a trade or a field in which you won't have to work a job like this. Because this shit is wild. The type of shit that I like. And the job ain't even hard, you know? It's just the sort of people and the culture that surrounds working a retail job. And when I leave, I'm going to be exposing everything about this sort of inner workings about this job and why you probably shouldn't have to do something like this, which leads me to going on this really long rant about how you could thrive early on so you could skip this. Say, you're walking across the Pokemon trainer and then he sees you, so you got to fight him. That's what retail is if you don't prepare for it. If you don't like take that L on certain things, especially if you don't, come up with money. You didn't come up with resources. Your family aren't good off. You're gonna have to do something like a retail job, maybe work at McDonald's and go into the work culture. And work culture is the same everywhere because you're dealing with human beings, right? We're all human beings. We're not perfect. But retail job is like, for me, it was an unskippable fucking side quest that I had to do because I wasn't precognizant enough when I was younger to be like, you know what, maybe I should start working early on and saving. It is what it is. And I'm glad that I went through that because now I'm able to like accelerate faster when I do get out of retail, which is, like I said, is very soon. So I say all of this to say that. I say all of that to say this. If you are young, you got a nice place to stay, you got your own room, semi-privacy, bro, just work for 2 to 3 years, put 10, whatever amount, 10, 20, 30K in your pocket. There's a lot of things you could be doing. Entrepreneurship, YouTube videos. I have a lot of ideas. Like, I'm so smart when it comes to these things. Not even smart, but I'm just knowledgeable about the type of stuff that people do on social media and how to make money. I made money on YouTube, just making videos about me working. And this is probably one of the most mundane things you could find on this platform. So work young, save up your money, and you get to skip shit like this. Because this is where a lot of people's lives get ruined. You have to really have a good mindset on you to come through this shit, survive, and not want to like, just go outside and just do bad stuff. Just be a bad person. Like this is where it matters the most. This is where that type of shit happens. You don't want to be one of those people. I would say retail sets a foundation to those types of people you will deal with in life. Yup. Stay with my parents till I'm 20, then find a cheap rental and save up for a better place to stay. Then I'm going to do crafts like crocheting, custom clothing. Yeah, man. Especially if you are good with arts, your hands, and you know how to make shit, man. There's a huge market for that. I'm telling you right now, take my advice. Just be like, yo, like I'm going to save. I'm also not saying like if you don't want to move out, if you got a good setup, but you also just want to hack on how to save money, just don't spend a lot of money on shit, especially when it comes to rent. Maybe don't use your car as much. Maybe get a close job. You don't want to be like, all right, I want to be like this cool social media person. I want to flex and I want to have a nice apartment with a pool and all this other shit, like. Bro, you could, especially if you live in like one of the states that's not as popular as New York, where rent ain't as high, You get something for like maybe 4, 5, 600 at the least a month. Especially if your income is like 5, 6 times that of fucking a month too. What I'm trying to say is you don't want to be spending all your money on living. You get to put more of that money in your pocket. However you could save, man, it makes a difference. Trust me. When I started making money, I didn't change where I lived. I don't want to get an apartment. I barely want to pay an extra $50 for rent. Why? Well, it's because I'm making more now. Like, essentially what I've been trying to say is like, you don't want to make more money and then spend more money. You could make $1 million a year. If you're spending 900K, then it's like, bro, what are you fucking doing? You want to make $1 million and take home like fucking $700,000. You want to be able to put that in your pocket. You don't want to spend all that. If you're making $1 million a year, if you make it 50K a year, why are your expenses like 40K, maybe even 35K, bro? You don't have to be living like you're fucking Kim Kardashian. Most of us are just regular people. Live below your means. If I could get a room for less money, I would. Shit, I'd be a happy motherfucker if I was paying rent for fucking $650 a month. Even my boy Alex, he's rented for like $1,300-$1,400 a month. He's like, yo, bro, let's get an apartment, please. Let's get an apartment together. Because I'm paying a lot now, like, and I'm down to do it. We're trying to find something. My room is small as fuck, too. Diamond beating kids. Yup, bro. Keep going. Zoe, if that's true, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, keep your head up. That's the only thing I can say. That's very, like, you know, not putting enough sort of emphasis on what you're going through. But if that's true, like, just keep your head up. Not everything is set in stone. Sometimes life could surprise you. Trying to tell y'all, man, you don't want to be caught lacking in this society. You want your money to be in your pocket for a very long time. And also, like, having an easy job ain't wrong. Yeah, life is definitely a mystery box. I'm going to tell y'all this too. We got 10 people in here lit. I'm going to tell y'all this too, man. I'm going to say this too. The reason you'll see a lot of, let's say, homeless people or, like, let's look at that. I'm going to spin knowledge on y'all. Yes. We all like Squid Games, right? What is that show about? Gi Hyun, right? Why was he in that predicament in the first place? Why did he get into a whole, you know, K-word game and now they're like just offing each other for this money? The dude wanted to make some sort of bread by gambling. He was doing a horse race gambling, and I'm not going to spoil the show, but he was doing a horse racing and he lost his money. Then he found a recruiter. He played the game where he slapped the towels on the ground and he made some money. The recruiter told him, yo, you can make more money. And then that led to a series of events that ultimately ended up to some pretty other unfortunate events. And he was a middle-aged man, higher-aged man, and that shit fucked up his entire life. And he did it all for his daughter or son, I think, his daughter or some shit, right? So what does that tell me about life when I see a lot of homeless people, a lot of people that are into drugs, a lot of people that are doing these things? That means they're getting so downtrodden with how life is happening for them That they feel as if the only way out is to sort of make bets on things or to numb the pain. Life is hard. I would never look at a person and judge and be like, you know, this sucks and, you know, he's weak. Like, it can't do that. You got to give people more grace, right? But if you're already in a fucked up predicament, and at the time maybe you could afford to make certain bets, maybe you get into crypto, maybe you get into sports betting, maybe you get into reselling. Sometimes these things don't work out. They're bets at the end of the day, right? It's gambling. Maybe you invest in a stock. Most times it's not going to work out. That's just how life is, right? A lot of these older people, they got into drugs, they got into all these things, and it fucked up the trajectory of their life. So what that tells me is what I'm going through right now is the resistance. I'm getting the resistance from the universe because things only get worse before they get better, right? That's just how life is. It's testing your resolve. But what you don't want to do is succumb to the natural forces that are trying to test you and see if you're strong enough to do it. Okay? So that means when you're, you know, like me, when you're mad at your job, when you're fucked up, you're like, oh my God, like I hate this shit, I'm gonna crash out. Don't crash out. That is the test. From ages like, basically when you're paying rent, all this other shit, to when you get into a better situation, that's when life really gets better because it's like, okay, cool, you got through the fire. Essentially, you want to make it through the fire, right? You're not gonna come out unscathed, but you wanna survive. What you don't want to do, you don't want to start gambling. You don't want to start doing drugs. You don't want to start doing all this other shit that's gonna take away and might fuck up your life. You don't want to have kids. These are the things that are gonna change the trajectory of your life. Right? I see it. A lot of people get up, they get knocked up with a guy or girl, and then all of a sudden, you got to commit your life to doing some other thing like rehab or children, kids, getting out of debt. It is what it is. And I have debt. I have school debt, you know, but I also think that life has blessed me with the opportunity to get out of my environment. So if I had to pay $30K, just to get out of the Bronx and be like, I could start my life somewhere else. And it's crazy because I have friends that are still there that are struggling, bro. That don't even have places to live. So I got out at the right time, right? I had the precognizance to understand that, like, yo, maybe this is the time that I need to start thinking about shit. Maybe this is the time to get out of the Bronx. And I did that, like I was talking about before. But if I had to pay that just to be able to like move to this town and just start something different for myself, then I'm glad I made that investment. I didn't finish school, but there's a lot of people I know that still are in school, that went to school and they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do with their life and they're just working at a restaurant or some shit. And I have other reasons as to why I left school too. What do I think about the operation? Yeah, man, like, if you know anything about New York, you know anything about the Bronx, that's enough said. I went to school for photography. What do you think about the operation in Venezuela? I literally woke up and heard about that. Hey, man, that's a different bag we could get into. The American political bag. And I'm not a politics person. Facts. Like and subscribe. Operation Venezuela. The U.S. is going to do whatever the U.S. wants to do. I'm watching a show right now called Homeland. Shit's crazy. You really want to know the true like nature of your government? Or what they're capable of? Because I don't know. Maybe the government is good. I don't know. Maybe it's a necessary evil. I don't know. I don't really care at that point. Because I can't control that. But shows like Homeland, shows like House of Cards, what's that other show with that guy where they blow up the White House and then they give the guy the the presidency or some shit. That show is good too. Y'all go on Netflix, y'all watch those shows, you're gonna start to be like, join the military. Hey, listen, Black Mirror is one of the best shows. Love, Death, Robots. One of the best shows, sort of series, niches. The woke niche on Netflix that I've watched on a platform, right? And there's this show on Black Mirror called Men Against the Fire. Now, me joining the military would be purely for incentive purposes. But Men Against the Fire talks about otherism. I don't even know if that's a word, but it talks about how during the Second World War they had a problem with soldiers actually wanting to pull the trigger. So what governments would do is they would instill propaganda within the people and make it so that they classified the enemy as monsters or the other to make it easier to destroy them. You know what I'm trying to say? So I wouldn't be joining the military to go into the front lines. I'd be joining to do maybe cybersecurity or work homeland or some shit like that, if that's what the military is. But the military is the absolute last card that I'm gonna pull if I needed it badly, if I needed like something to happen within my life. But go watch Men Against Fire on Netflix. That's the military bag you can get into. The greatest peace in your life lies in truth. That truth is what governs our universe, speaks into existence, and walked among us. Seek the truth, seek the door, experience that peace. Yeshua. Yup. Truth, man. That's one of the many only things that matters. And awareness. That's what being spiritual is. Being aware. Being spiritual is not 444 tattoos, crosses, man-made objects. It's not that. Living is just living how you want to live authentically. And with that realization, you also have to be accepting of others. Because maybe other people are living their truth. But that conversation, it gets so deep because you could really just word that a different way and make it so that really doesn't make any sense. But in reality, like I said earlier, I was on TikTok, I said most things in this life don't make sense if you really sit down and analyze it. You'll just end up confusing yourself. But yes, I do generally agree. I'm not stalking, I'm just organizing. It's a dark night. You live in an electric city? Oh man. Working a retail job, working as a stalker, man, like I was saying earlier, this job ain't hard, bro. But as a matter of fact, thank you. I appreciate it. What's good, Eli? My biggest problem with this job is not being able to be who I am, right? Since we live in especially in America, since we live in such a political world, in an agenda-based landscape, no matter where you're at. Well, thanks. Thanks for the compliments. What's good, Gabe? If you are at your job, most likely there's going to be a foundation of what everybody believes in, especially in politics, right? And what you believe in. I'm just mad that I can't be the creative person and the assertive person that I want to be at a job. So you kind of have to conform to the will of your employer when you get a job. And I really don't like that. It has nothing about rebelling against the system. That type of shit, that's a different bag. All right, that's a different conversation. But it's like I don't like feeling like I'm working a good amount and other people are just like whatever. As mundane as this is, I kind of enjoy doing it. Like organizing the store is not hard, right? Like I said before, I'm paying my bills and I'm saving a good amount of money every month. I don't really have much complaints other than working overnight. If this was a daytime job, I'd stay here for a good amount of time. Yeah. But I'm gonna also say this. This is game. We got 8 people in here. Like this live right now. Before I say anything, I need you to invest in me and like this live. And I'm gonna start uploading. I'm gonna start uploading these and just leaving these on the page. I don't care how nice you are. Be nice, be a good person. I'm not saying that's a wrong thing. But never get too friendly at your job. Never. Because then people will start to take advantage of that. They'll be like, oh my God, like he's so, maybe I could let him do a little bit of the work today. Now all of a sudden they're talking to you about all this bullshit that don't matters. Right? So now you get to this predicament where they're like, and I've changed throughout my lifespan at this job, my lifetime at this job. The Wesley before was okay with a lot of the shit that goes on. The Wesley now is not going to stand for that shit. So I'm slowly making that shift. You'd never want to have people like you too much at your job. Work hard, do what you got to do, make your money, but don't let motherfuckers like you too much, because then they'll sort of see that as weakness, and then they would try to take advantage of you. Then you start to play games, and then that's a whole different. We're grown ass adults, right? Thank you. Thanks for the likes. Never become too likable or too dependable at your job. Do what you got to do. Hold your ground. If you want to let up on certain things, do what you got to do. Be nice. Be a good individual. Be a good person overall. But never become too likable and never get too close to the people you work with. There's certain people, if you could tell their character, it's fine. There's people I work with like that have amazing character. People that have been through shit too, and they have amazing character. Ain't never did nothing wrong to me, but there's certain people you'll be working with, not just this job, but other jobs that I had, and they'll take advantage of you at some point because you like them enough, they like you enough, and you're friends. Never become too likable at your job. Never. Because then when they do something wrong, they get to just hee ha ha in your face, and all of a sudden you got to take it. And now if you try to make a drastic shift to the person that you are, a higher vibration, right? A different version of yourself, they're not going to like that. That's why a lot of problems start to arise in the workplace. I told myself this year, no one's going to talk to me how they want to talk to me. Absolutely not. I know the value I bring to this shit. And this is nothing. I told my co-workers yesterday, I actually tried at this job yesterday. And I did a lot more than I was supposed to. I really wanted to set up my camera and do a time lapse. It was a lot of work. And I was dancing the entire time. I was listening to music. I was giddy as fuck. Some people are walking into this shit, losing their fucking minds. I treat this shit like it's a fucking game. I walk in, I'm listening to my Jersey Club. I'm fucking rocking my hips. I'm doing this shit. Light work. This shit is light. I'm a manual worker. My dad worked. My dad and my grandfather, his dad, worked. They don't care. Shedding no tears, ain't going home crying, keep it all internal. Real man shit. And this shit is light. But some other people will slack off and they'll laugh right in your face. When they slack off, they're getting paid more than you. I'm not standing for that shit. But you'd never want to let it get to that point, right? Becky Burkhardt. If people are mean and it hurts you like pain, don't let it bring you down. Fight through it. You got this. I love you all. Likewise, this is gonna be our year. Yup. The thing is, every year is your year, bruh. Yeah, I'm working right now. Every year is your year. I did a note on Facebook. You know how you can leave notes on like your status or whatever? I'm like, bruh, this New Year's shit is outplayed. There's no such thing as New Year's resolution. You can make a resolution a second after you do something wrong. So instead of tying, like associating with a fucking time period, just do it. It might take some time, yes, word, right? That's, a New Year's resolution. I'm just being an asshole about it, but shit like that, it's good to make goals, right? But don't attach a time period. Don't just be like, having a New Year's resolution, the thought process of that is like, you know what, I'm starting to gain a little bit of weight. I should probably go to the gym, but man, I'll do it later. That's basically what y'all saying. Like, bro, do it now. Just start now. You don't gotta wait. Every year has always been our year. It just depends on how hard we want to work for it. It's always gonna be a year if you're alive. You never really lose in this life until you die. Because you don't have the time. You don't have the resource of time, the gift of time to make other decisions. So if you're above ground every single day, you're winning. You're from the US, yes. New York. Where the Australian painter and Kanye West cooking. I don't know about painters. I know about Kanye West, and that's another topic that, yeah. But yeah. Fuck years, fuck days. It's always gonna be a year if you're alive. Just start making decisions that align more with who you want to be. That's all. But it sucks being tall and people get mad when you're trying to get your legs out of the car, but your legs are kind of stuck. Yeah. It sucks being tall. I don't like to attach race to a lot of things because being like, oh my God, I'm black and I'm like, I'm not gonna act like certain groups in the U.S. aren't being treated kindlier than others, right? Maybe there's context and sort of evidence to that. Maybe not. But I hate walking behind somebody and I'm like trying not to like walk next to them or scare them, but they still end up getting scared because I'm walking with like a certain pace. I'm just trying to get around you, brother or sister. Like, I don't know if it has to do with the fact that I look like a thug or some shit. I don't know. But then again, you can't chase, like there is no spoon. And what I mean by that is if I'm walking behind you and I look like a thug or something, that might be your preconceived notion about me. And it might be plausible. Who knows? There's a lot of people that look like me that would do a lot of bad things. There's a lot of people of other different races that I wouldn't think twice to look if they were walking behind me, right? I'm just being honest. But if you're scared because I'm walking behind you and I'm tall and I'm dark and I look, menacing, that's your problem. That's your problem. I'm sorry. I got to get to where I want to go. Please, no hate. I'm in 8th grade and I'm scared for high school. You'll be all right, man. I give you this advice. Don't grow up too fast. Take your time. It's like 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. I'm glad there's a lot of younger people in my shit because I get to tell y'all a lot more, give y'all advice. Stay away from drugs. Don't vape. Stay away from smoking. Preferably don't drink. Experience life. That's all. Don't be too eager to fall in love either. We're emotional human beings and we change what we think and what we know every single day. Lil Donatello's World W. I appreciate you, man. You got to check. You verified, man. That's crazy. Be scared of high school being over, fam. Some of the best years, man. High school was some of the best years I had too. Walk away from trouble. Yup. I appreciate you, man. I like to study a lot of what I go through on a daily basis and just try to give game on that. There's a lot of people that are going through things. One of the biggest things I've been trying to do is just give back. There's this homeless guy that's been outside near my bus station. I've been just, anytime I would see him, I didn't do it today, but I kind of felt bad about it. But anytime I see him, I try to give him like a little hot chocolate and a little cake. I'm gonna try to get myself to do that, you know. Being kind to people, man, that's like God essence right there. That's God. That's God working through a human being. Being mad at people for what you're going through, man, it'll never get anywhere. If you're mad at somebody, go do a kind act for somebody else. You'll see just how insignificant that anger is. And also, you got to see God within people too. You got to see the good within people. At the end of the day, we're all human beings having an experience. You can't really blame people for a lot of shit on the base level. When it comes to some more extreme shit, that's when we can start to become a little bit more, you know, have another view of that. But on a base level, just try to do better for other people. Aiden, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man, always. Have a good night. Good morning. Oh my God, Christopher. I don't know about that, man. I won't even let you. I won't even. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna allow John to get to the level of banning him, or I'm gonna do that shit myself. That was crazy. Some of y'all be saying some weird shit in this YouTube chat, man. The thing is, I don't know what that currency is. Are we about to watch some Cold Approach pickup artist live? Nah. That's funny though. I've been seeing a lot of those videos on Facebook and Instagram. They got on like the Meta glasses and shit. It's the money. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like the way that YouTube should do it, like when I get a super chat, it'll tell you like, okay, they'll send you $5, $20, cool. This shit says it sends you like some sort of diamond things. Just tell me how much it is. I don't get why it's a distinction. Maybe it's some, I should know it, but you know, I haven't went live in a long time. I'll probably go live tomorrow, high key, maybe before I go to the gym. I was live. I think I do lives every Sunday now. I just gotta go home and get some sleep at least, and then wake up at like 3, 4, go live for like an hour or two, then go to the gym, and then maybe go live later on that week. No, it's all good, John. You're chilling. Cheers to 26. Yo, King, appreciate you. Love you, bro. Let me get everybody some protein and electrolytes for the store. Yup. Most of the time we go over 100. Yeah, I've gotten. There was this guy called Christopher. I remember one time, Christopher Klaus, I think. I remember one time he came and he donated to me. Like that shit does go a long way. I don't ever ask y'all to do that. Y'all don't gotta do that. Just having people here to talk, y'all keep me company, man. That's enough. You know, as a matter of fact, I gotta thank y'all because at one point I was doing so good with the YouTube shorts. Like even now I'm still making money off the YouTube shorts. I was doing really good with the YouTube shorts, and YouTube literally sent me a check of like $450 from like social media, man. It pays. If you can do it consistently, man. I just got a graphics card too, a 9060 XT. I basically recorded an entire half part of a video of me putting it in, but that shit took so long, man. I was like, man, fuck this video. I'm trying to find, I'm trying to scrounge up some bread for a CPU. I don't want to like spend money on shit. I usually try to sell shit and then buy it, you know, because I don't like spending my own money to buy something like a PC part. Yes, I played an instrument. I played drums. I actually have a funny story about that. I played drums from middle school to high school and then stopped when I got to college, but I'm looking to get back into it. Actually, I met a president. I shook Bill Clinton's hand at like a summit long time ago, probably like a decade ago, something like that. Maybe longer than a decade ago. That was a long time ago. I went to a school called KIPP NYC College Prep or KIPP Academy in the Bronx. You go look it up. And we were really good with music. Like we had a really good music program. For our resources too, it was crazy. We like had one floor. But yeah, I was a good drummer. And I got accepted to go to the summit, so we went to Disneyland, everything paid for. And then we played for the summit, and then Bill Clinton came out. I don't even know why this man was there. And everybody was meeting him. We got to shake his hand. It was a fun experience. Having a craft will take you places, y'all. One may place no reliance upon the testimony of the eyes. One may place, so what you can see, you cannot rely on. Should the faculties of the imagination be found in a state of disorder. So what you're trying to say is, I love talk like this, right? What you're trying to say is, don't always trust what you see with your eyes, but more so let things happen and you'll find the meaning to everything through experience. I guess that's what you're trying to say. Any stocking recommendations? Yeah, do it. But if you have something else going on, do it as like a side job. You don't want to do this full time, in my opinion. There's way better things out there, especially if you have qualifications. You can do security. Get your security license. You can literally go and sit in a facility and watch some cameras for 8 hours straight and get paid like $23 on the hour. Why am I not doing right now? Why am I not doing that right now? Well, saving up, getting a car, and I need to get the certification. Once I save up, work here for a little bit more, I will go and do that. Run with the photography, hustle with the grind, but there's a huge community for it. Gotta head out. Kaboom, thank you, man. I'm already subscribed. I look forward to the next live. Have a good shift, man. Thank you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Probably a good content creator still. I still want to have a regular job, right? But honest, if I'm being very honest, when I get everything in order, I have a little bit more time to go after creative endeavors. I see myself with a YouTube channel, probably the same YouTube channel being at 100K 100K subscribers. And I see my Instagram with like at least 500K. I always tell people now, like, what I'm doing right now, I like my job, but I don't want it to be my entire brand, right? I don't want it to be my entire brand. You watch anime? Yes, I'm a big One Piece fan. Y'all only see this side of me, but I'm gonna really be going crazy on social media once I really start to do my creative stuff. I dance, I'm a photographer, I have a lot of visions for fashion, but this is a side quest. How did you start with content creating? Were you always talkative and an entertaining guy? No. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, always wanted to do stuff on social media. But oftentimes just didn't have the resource and the time for it. Favorite anime, One Piece for sure. One Piece, man. Listen, I don't wanna put things out in the air, but One Piece is a dangerous anime, man. Like, it's getting dangerous to the point where like people are watching One Piece and they're compelled to go out and overthrow their government. So, I don't know, but I pray for Ichiro Oda. I want him to finish the anime, but One Piece is quite literally explaining the story of us right now in real time. It is a treasure hunt. Everybody wants to know what the treasure is, what the One Piece is. But the stories that are going on within it, it's the biggest anime in the world. It's the biggest anime with the most intellectual property in the world. Do you know what happened to Marineford? Yes. That's a great arc. I'm not a big Marineford person. I think my favorite arc is probably shit. My favorite arc. I really started One Piece at like Alabasta. But I would say Wano was probably my favorite arc. For very obvious reasons, but One Piece is a great anime. Whole Cake Island, I mean, that's second, man. Like, and I only say Wano because of just, the idea of Conqueror's Haki and the whole hockey stuff. But Whole Cake Island is when I really started getting really intrigued with One Piece because of Katakuri and Luffy's fight, man. Like, Katakuri as a character is super cold, man. Katakuri is goated. Damn. Yeah, get some rest. Hopefully you recover from that soon. Dressrosa was a good one too. I like Dressrosa. Like the past couple of arcs, a lot of people are really like picky about One Piece, but I've always enjoyed it as a show. I only got to, yeah, man. I'm looking to get an electric drum set really soon. But I really got into power scaling and the whole One Piece community with a podcast. You probably are the only horse rider in this live. It's a very niche skill. Still an Egghead, yeah. Egghead is a great arc too. Probably one of the most important ones for the past couple years. Yo, if you like One Piece, watch. There is a channel that quite literally made it so working here wasn't as bad. It is called That One Piece Talk. Like 3 black dudes and a Hispanic guy, and they just be arguing with each other about One Piece for hours on end. It's a very fun show to watch. You will laugh your ass off, I swear. Watch all of their older stuff. You might even be able to find a chapter that you're on and then watch that. And every time you watch that chapter, watch the episode that goes with it. You can watch that shit while you're at work or you're at home, you're chilling. Like, these people are fucking hilarious. I actually met them too a couple months ago at, what is it, Anime Con? Anime NYC. It was fun. I went with my sister. My sister was late, so I didn't get to see the panel, man. I was tight. I was mad at her for that, but I love my sister. I met them. It was a very fun experience. Three black dudes and a Hispanic guy, so yeah, that's funny. You said Sanji's gay? Why you say that? Let's keep it PG in here. Did I meet any beautiful cosplayers? No, I wasn't really thinking about that. But I really want to. I want to dress up for the next one. I just don't know who I'd be. I think maybe Gojo. Or is it Gojo or is it the other guy? The guy that has that purple thing on his shoulder. Because I go to the gym, so I have a physique. I think I have a pretty decent physique. If I went there and if I showcased my physique at AnimeCon, I would have got some numbers, I think. Don't let me put on the fitted shirt. What are your opinions on the LGBTQ plus community? That is a very, not so much deep question, but a touchy subject that I don't want to get into on the live. But my sister is non-binary, and I love her and accept her. And yeah, though that's my take. Hating people and judging people, I don't have time for that. I don't really care that much about it. I see everybody as a human being having an experience. Are some certain political things bad? There's good and bad within everything, right? But I don't really have that much of a take for that community. Because I've met people a part of that community and not part of that community. You said One Piece is kind of trash? That's your opinion. I mean, I think it's not, but some people are comparing One Piece to Shakespeare, so I don't know about that one. People that say One Piece is trash, they favorite anime would be like, I don't know, like Beyblade or some shit. Or like Demon Slayer. But if you really listen, if you really like look at what's going on, especially like just some of the stuff that's going on in like Egghead and Kuma's story, oh my god, man, like that's crazy. No, I didn't buy that much. I really bought my sister. My sister's big into the anime stuff, so I bought her like this large sort of knife. It was like a wooden knife, but it was from, I think it was from what is that show called? What is that anime called? It's like a girl, she has like a scissor in her hand, but it's like half of a scissor. Akame got killed. I think that's what it's called. I bought her that and I bought her some other stuff and we had a good time. I actually I want to go to the next one high key. Like, that shit is fun. Going to anime conventions are high key fun. Like, it's really cool. And I would definitely like to see the people from that podcast again. They were hella chill. I would have to go for a couple of stays. I'm a huge anime person now. I really just like being a part of the anime community. It's really like meeting people that are into the same things as you is really cool to have. Want to borrow some subs so you can start streaming? You gotta work for it. Football and track. If I was to recommend a anime, it would definitely be One Piece, definitely Naruto. I will say this. I'm not a big Dragon Ball Super person, but I quite literally think that Dragon Ball is a basic anime, right? Other than, Vegeta and, other, sort of subplots within his storyline. It's just like flashing lights, people fighting, shit like that. That's what Dragon Ball Z is. But I remember during the Tournament of Power, dude, Goku versus Kefla and Jiren, that's some of the most peak, like, just the music, the passing your limit shit, man, that shit was peak of that time. That shit was crazy. The Ultra Instinct music, the mastered Ultra Instinct music, them people be going crazy on that guitar, bro. I kind of want to end the live, just go watch that scene again, man. Like that shit was crazy. And of course, like Luffy versus Kaido, God of Liberation, man. Like peak is waiting for y'all, but y'all just got to be open to it. DBZ storyline is Buns. I mean, according to these people on the podcast, there's something called Dragon Ball Abridged that's really funny. Yeah, for me it's 222 as well. Yeah, calisthenics. I've been just getting texted a lot. I think this is the second day in a row that a lot of people just been talking to me about like how they could get fit. And the main thing I tell people is if you think you're big or quote unquote obese fat, it is what it is, but you can't change things in a moment. But if you're a little chunky, you want to put on muscle, you are in a great position, I swear to God. Because you already have all that muscle to begin with, right? I'm a skinny dude. So I really had to eat a good amount and work out for 2 years just to get to where I'm at right now. But man, like, I think it's okay to say that, like, I would much rather start off with some initial weight rather than always be skinny, right? Because to go from skinny to muscular is kind of hard. But I think if you already have that pre-existing weight and you do workouts like calisthenics, it makes it a lot easier. That's just me, though. Nah, yeah, you're chilling. I definitely want to eat a little bit more. Yeah, calisthenics, you look weak as fuck, I'm telling you. Like, people that do, I mean, you really don't look weak, I'm not gonna lie. It depends on your body type, right? If you start calisthenics and you're skinny, you'll get like behind the scenes strength. Behind the scenes, you could do a muscle up, you could do 50 push-ups in a row, you could do a handstand. That's if you don't showcase your strengths, your skills. But when people look at you, they probably think you're a pushover. Like, no, that's far from the truth. Like, you ever see Cirque du Soleil? And what gymnasts do? It's like the same shit as what calisthenics is. Just like a lot of skill-based workouts or endurance-based reps. There's different sort of modes of calisthenics. Sango looks like the go-to the office meme. Wait for a long time, been called all kinds of searches. Don't let that affect you. Yup. You send me a gift. Do you eat dogs? No, I do not. Send it. That's easy. Midori, thank you. He sent us 6-7. That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. You work out every day, good. Don't stop, man. Working out for me, like I'm telling you right now, if you like anime and you want to become a better person, I'll give you the hack right now. If you like music, you like anime, if you like EDM, go into the gym. Think about all the times someone, decided to disrespect your shit or try your shit. Make you think like you was less, which was me for most of my life. Not anymore now, but that was me for most of my life. People didn't believe in me and believe in my capabilities. Put on music. I don't give a fuck what all the people say, yo, it's cringy, it's this and that. Bro, start watching Blue Lock, start watching Solo Leveling, maybe watch some Baki, some more philosophical animes that really talk about the inner workings of the mind and the ego. Listen to anime, listen to some EDM. You're gonna be a different beast, I swear. This man sent a 6'7". That's fucking hilarious. I remember, shout out to my brothers. Shout out to my brothers, Mish and my boy Alex. They put me on to Solo Leveling, right? Solo Leveling is a great anime. And you want to know how to just level up? It'll break it down for you really easy. Oh my God, you're the weakest hunter. Oh my God, you're the worst on your team. No one will ever believe on you. Then you start to work out a little bit. You treat it like a video game. Each step, each progression, it gets you farther and farther. So now instead of facing the level 1 monster, now you're facing the level 200 monster, and you didn't even take out your sword yet. That's what Solo Leveling is. The path of a warrior, the path of someone that's been downplayed his entire life, and then he decided to really get up off his ass and do something about it. Watch that anime, it'll change your life. Watch Blue Lock, it'll change how you think about things too. A little bit more of the ego side, but you got to take from it what's good and leave out what the bad is. It's not saying have a big ass ego, but maybe go after the things that you want a little bit more vigorously. Amen. I mean, I'll tell y'all what. I'll make a Discord, right? I'll make a Discord. I've been wanting to make a Discord for a long time. I'll make a Discord. This channel is going to evolve, all right? Once I start having more time to do things, this channel is definitely going to start evolving. And I'll definitely remember everybody that's here, for sure. I'm extremely confident on the things that I have and what I want to do. And I know exactly what's going to work to get me to where I want to get. Shout out Anthony Jones, man. Hopefully you get out the hospital soon. My Discord is Wesley the Draco Slayer. If y'all want to add me. And then we'll mod up Real Pro. We'll mod up John on the Discord too. He'll be the Discord on YouTube and whatever platform, YouTube and Discord, well, the other platform I decide to make for the channel. I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but that's something I could set up tomorrow. I'll probably set it up tomorrow. I want to start doing giveaways and stuff too. I've been wanting to get back to the channel for a while. I need to set shit up, you know. I really need to set it up. That's a dusty beard. Hey man, I'm trying to grow my shit, man. Can you do more push-ups to me? Ask yourself that question. I might have terrible beard genetics. I'll take that on the chin. But if you're gonna tell me the truth about me, I have to know the truth about you too. If I could lift up more than either you or your father, you cannot say anything about my beard. That's just how it goes. Criticize my beard all you want. Are you more physically fit than me? If you have a better beard than me and you're more physically fit than me and have a better mindset than me, then you got it. I won't argue with you. You got it, brother. You got it. But if not, you might have some reevaluating to do. If you in here, man, like up the live. Eddie Perez, what's up? You look like Diddy. That's crazy. Shave it off, man. I want to, bro. I want to go back to the just the this. This is another Hebrew Israelite, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? What y'all be talking about? Oh yeah, school. No, I'm at my job. I don't be knowing what y'all talking about. Hi, Key man. I have to make a Discord because how do you set up an account? Got to set up. I don't know how to explain that. You just got to set it up. It'll show you. I'm gonna make a discount Discord too because I have some business ideas in terms of videos. Hey man, listen. If you are coming across this live, what's up, Brandy? If you are coming across this live, I think I recognize some of y'all I recognize in here. If you're coming across this live and you have any sort of creative prowess, skill, at one point I'm gonna need a video editor. I'm gonna need a video editor. I'm gonna say, yo, I need this to be done, and I'm gonna need it to be done that way. And if you could do it that way, I will pay you per video. But I'm gonna need a video editor pretty soon. I'm also gonna need someone to just do some sort of work. It'll be paid, of course. Because right now I'm saving up my money, but especially since I started making money on YouTube, I started to realize that there's certain things that can be done on this platform. Like if I had a video editor, I'd be able to really do a lot of things and show more of a creative sort of thing. You should save for a beard implant. No, my beard just takes a really long time to grow, and I just never let it grow. But I just got the derma roller. Feel me? You need a beard transplant, man. The thing about social media is you can never see the other person on the other side. It's like, but what are you talking about? Oh, you're a rapper? I'm just gonna mute this guy. You're hidden. The best part about YouTube is just hiding people. Oh shit, you're saying this? You're hidden now. Are you old? I'm 26. Is it 235? What's this person here? Are you trans? What do y'all be talking about, man? Y'all be wilding on this shit. 30-year-old orphan, that's not true. Y'all act like I'm not a part of internet culture. Y'all act like I didn't semi-grow up in I know rage baiting is a whole social media trend. So if y'all think y'all finna get me mad about some bullshit, it's like, nah. Y'all are just making it easier for people to join my life. So keep on going. Honestly. I literally don't even know what these people are saying. CapCut Queen, you know how to edit? I need some, even if someone were to help me edit shorts and shit, Like I would pay pretty good money. I'd pay decent money for it. I'm not rich, but I would pay good money for a bulk editor. So if you're coming across my YouTube and you know how to edit, I need that. And as I make more money too, people that are helping out will make more money as well. I want to get to a point in which I'm making at least 6K a month from YouTube for sure. CapCut Queen, word. What's happened with you? I wish there was a way to message people on YouTube. John is on one, man. He's really like blocking y'all. It's hilarious to see. He's just muting all of y'all. It's funny. I'm gonna go ahead and mute this guy just because of his name. Yeah, they won't. It's a lot of bots, man. This AI shit is crazy. Yeah, shit. I wish there was a way. I gotta find a way in which I could like hit up people so I could get some videos sourced. Like, there's a lot of shit I wanna do. I need something to be a money printer for me so I could really start doing what I want to do with this channel, really start providing value. Cause all I think about is how can I like help people and give back, right? But I need something to be making me at least $2,000 a month with YouTube. I think if I got an editor that did all those things for me, I could do it. And I know exactly like information is valuable. I know exactly what would make money on YouTube right now. That's why being good at editing right now is like probably the best skill you can have in 2026 going forward, because content is at its all-time high. Molly. I'll say this. $500. $500 what? I'll say this. I'll put my TikTok, right, in the chat. How do I text? I don't want to set a goal. Huh. It's so crazy. I can't even chat in my own shit. Nah, he didn't. What's up, Syed? I'm gonna put something on the screen. It's gonna be my TikTok. Y'all add that TikTok. If you are a video editor, you message me on that platform and we'll talk about setting something up. Cause I need certain things to be done. Like the amount of money I could make from YouTube and TikTok, it could far surpass whatever I'm making here. So do you know Stray Kids? I do not know. Isn't that like a K-pop band? BKL John. I'm gonna add you, John, for real. Rocky. Sent 10, sent 5. Doesn't say that you're sending anything. You don't have to send nothing, man. I appreciate y'all for just being here. Yeah, let me put my Stranger Things probably. Let me just put up a poll. Nope, that's not it. Nah, because them people could do some stupid shit. Tommy, I'm doing good, man. How you? You gotta stop trolling with the money sending shit. Yeah, don't do that. Don't. This is public. Don't do that. Please don't do that. This is a public stream. Don't do that. Fuck. Like I hate when I do that. I can't even type in my. All right, my TikTok, y'all, is WesleyDracoslayer. I'll have around 4K subscribers. Is Wesley the Draco Slayer on TikTok? That is my TikTok. You hit me up for any business. If you are a editor, yeah. If you have any sort of skill that can make money that's online that has to do with trading, video editing, you're really good with social media, hit me up. I would like to collaborate with you, set something up. That is my niche of work. That's what I'm good at too. So, yes. Well, it's not that one, John. It's take out the T, and then in between the L and the Y, put an E. Replace the T in between the L and the Y, put an E. Wesley. And then Thedracoslayer. That will be my TikTok. That'll be my shit. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow too, man. I'll probably get up and do a stream. Might do a gym stream, I don't know. I deleted my Snapchat, man. I had a Snapchat with a lot of people on it, and I was just like, man, I don't really even know these people. At one point, you're gonna get to the point where you just delete all your social media. You'll be like, oh, like these people don't even like me. I don't even like these people. These aren't my family or my friends, and I just deleted it. I won't publicly give out my Instagram because my Instagram is actually really new. That's more of like a family Instagram, more private. But when I do start making content on there, I will publicly give that out as well. Yeah, man, for sure. What's up? Yeah, ask a random question. Nothing vulgar, nothing prejudiced, nothing of that sort, though. JCWPO, what's up? Please help Snakebite, what's up? I'm at work. I really need a new CPU for my computer, man. I just don't want to spend the money right now. Like, I could, if I found $200 off the ground right now, like I'm so stingy now like when you save, when you really learn how to save, when you start saving, you don't want to spend your money at all. Do you work at a Dollar Tree? And if so, what is your opinions on the items no longer being $1? Well, I don't work at Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree never had items that were only $1. A lot of items are, right? A lot of essential items, but some will be like $1.10, some will be $1.20, some will be $2, some will be $30. Depends on what you're getting. There's no way in hell you're gonna walk into a Dollar Tree anywhere you go and get a fucking TV for $1, an antenna for $1. I think a better question would be if I'm working at a supermarket and what is my opinion on Arizona's not being $1. Now that's crazy. I'll say that. Appalachian Mountains. What's going on with the Appalachian Mountains? What's good, Tizzy? You too, man. Y'all be careful exchanging info on this, man, for sure, because there's some people in this world that really are one of them ones, all right? 6'7". I don't even know what this 6'7" shit means. I'll look it up after the live. Yo, John, I'm gonna mod you up on TikTok as well, all right? I always appreciate you, man, what you do for me. I don't know what this 6'7" shit is, man. There's another one of these. First it was that skibbity bullshit. Now it's 6'7". Like, I don't know where these memes come from. It's a really weird part of internet culture. I never had this sort of shit growing up. Like in middle school, we were like doing the nay and shit. We were doing the whipping the nay. Now people are talking about 6'7". Like, what is 6'7"? Where you from, New York? When I was in high school and middle school, we were saying Scooby Doo Pop Pop. That's what we were saying. I think really what it really comes down to is it's just all Fortnite culture, man. Fortnite culture is, I mean, Fortnite culture basically evolved from like the whipping the nay, just hella like really stupid sort of parts of teenager to young adult culture. Yo, I'm gonna turn off this camera for a while. I actually gotta use the bathroom, so I'm gonna go do that. How you doing, brother? Oh man. Yo, I appreciate the 100 things. Are you a mod, Amanda? You say you gonna ban people? There's only one mod in this chat. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Just give me 1 second. Oh, it might be him. Elaine, what's up? Mangoes. This guy, yeah, I have to like mute you, bro. You're in timeout. Should I put you on a 24-hour? I'm gonna put you on a 30-minute timeout, bro. After 30 minutes, you could talk again. You're wilding. 1,800 seconds. That's crazy. Oh man, I have to get out this aisle, man. I've been this out for way too long. All right. As a matter of fact, all right. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna go cameraless for a while. Let me lock in, finish this out, but I'll still talk. I'm still here. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be streaming probably tomorrow. I need to get a new CPU. Hopefully, these people hit me back up. I'm trying to get a CPU for my system, so I could run, certain things, some certain games and programs a little bit better. Cause I just upgraded the graphics card, and I was like, oh shit, now I need a new. Guess what? Power supply. New power supply. Oh, got everything good now. Now your system can run, but now your system is being bottlenecked by the what? The old ass CPU you've had in your system for like 7 years. Now you need to upgrade that. Oh, but now you can't get really a good mid-range one because now you got to upgrade your motherboard because it won't go with the CPU. But oh, now when you upgrade your motherboard, now you got to get new RAM sticks because the RAM sticks won't link up. So it's this whole pyramid scheme of getting you to upgrade your entire system at once. When you do all these things, and it's like, damn, bro, I was just trying to spend like $500. I'm not trying to spend 1,000. It's like, damn, spend $1,000 now. And I don't even get to turn my computer on every single day because I be tired. I've been playing a lot of Arc Raiders and shit. A lot of that game. It's been fun. Ah, man. Do you sell food? Nah, I don't. Nolo, not tonight. It's a block night. Block nights are like a double-edged sword. You don't really have much to do except organize, but it goes by so slow. Like it's only three. Basically, it's only three. And I'm off today, right? When I get off, I'm off, but I'm gonna go home and sleep, and then I'll probably get breakfast in the morning or some shit. But other than that, I'm gonna go home and sleep, watch the show for an hour, and then wake up, probably streaming and go to the gym. El gimnasio. I've been buying a lot. I've been spending a lot of money, but I've also just been saving. Like this week, I'm gonna be bringing home a lot just because I worked New Year's and I'm working tonight. So you get a lot more pay just for working these sort of days where people don't want to work. So it's like you have no social life, but you're bringing a little bit of money, so you could grind for a bit. You might be able to be up, but in the short term, you're gonna be mad as a bitch. Be mad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, I was talking to my coworker about the whole Diddy stuff. It's crazy, man. Oh man, yo, I appreciate you, John, man. You be holding me down with this YouTube shit, dude. Like, this world is crazy. It really is. I really don't know what's going on. Kind of just worried about my job and my funds at this point. I be having jokes, and the jokes don't be funny. I swear to God. But alright, I'm not gonna have this stream going for too long. It's been about like 60 minutes. It's been like almost 2 hours now. So I'm gonna probably end it here. I gotta lock in. It's almost probably halfway through the shift. I will be streaming later on today though. I just want to make sure I don't get too far back. I'm going at a good pace right now, but this next hour is really gonna require me to pay attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm still at work. I'm gonna lock in. Oh, I think I might try to record some videos here too. Yes, I will end the stream here. John, I'll add you on TikTok, you dig? We'll get you modded up on that. I will make the Discord. You know, some people donated, which is amazing. Grateful for that. Yes, I will end it here. John, I will hit you up. I will get you modded up on these platforms. If you're joining now, go back and just listen to what I was talking about before. I was dropping some game, talking about some stuff, talking with some people, we're chilling, vibing. Y'all like up the video, drop a subscribe to me. John, I'm gonna literally send you a text right now or a follow you, and I will see you guys later on today. Y'all have a great night.